And so we begin on today, the September the 8th, 2016. This is the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. On this day, 50 years ago, Star Trek the original series aired for the very first time. To celebrate that, I'm going to do reviews for every single Star Trek film. I'm going to film them, edit them, and upload them all in one hit. And we're starting with Star Trek the Motion Picture, 1979. Star Trek the Motion Picture was made in 1979 to coast on the success of Star Wars because nobody really thought that a science fiction film could work until that movie. It stars the entire cast from the 60s TV show. It has the Enterprise crew taking on a mysterious space cloud called Voyage, which is threatening Earth, so they have to go out, find out what it is, and stop it before it destroys Earth. I say that the motion picture is forgotten because it kind of is overshadowed by all other 12 films in this franchise, many of which are much better than this movie. Star Trek: The Motion Picture, yeah, it's bad. It's a really, really bad movie. I had already seen every single Star Trek film before I saw this one. I'd even seen Beyond before I saw the motion picture. And I finally watched it. I sat down and actually watched it. And it was painful. Now let's start off with a few things. One, the costume design. Holy crap, it's terrible. Look at this thing. Does this thing look like a space outfit? No, this looks like a leotard that a terrible 70s disco band that nobody's ever heard of right now used to wear, okay? Just no. This is no. The direction. From director Robert Wise, who directed the rather brilliant Sound of Music, a movie that still holds up today, and I watch it and I love it. He was brought onto this project, and what he tried to make was basically his version of 2001: A Space Odyssey, but, you know, without any passion, ambition, mystery. You look at it, and it just feels like something that was made by committee, that Paramount just wanted to get out there to coast on the success of Star Wars, and there's no real emotional crux. There's nothing from this movie that screams adventure and epicness and beauty. Things that the original series that brought fans in and brought other people in and still brings people in today. The other films keep doing that. They make these wondrous, big, awesome adventures that feel so right, that do so many great things for humanity, but the motion picture does none of that. It squanders the cast on a rather terrible script where everyone just talks like bloody robots the entire time. There's so many weird scenes that go absolutely nowhere. They're just shoved in there for some reason. Namely, this slow-mo asteroid chase scene, which feels like it goes on for like 30 minutes because everything's just... I sat there, when I was watching, I was like, what the hell am I watching? And also, there's this weird, like, I'm talking really bizarre scene where the transporter's malfunctioning and they try and transport two people from the space dock to the ship and they get all mungled up and apparently they die because of the transporter. And it just happens and it's this kind of shocking moment and then no one ever talks about it the entire movie. Why not? You just said that you just killed two people and then nothing. The movie just goes on from there. What? Why? What purpose did that serve? Anything. There's so many long shots of ships, of weird space things. I can't describe it. It's just, I have no clue. Watching this movie, I had no clue what was going on. None of the story gelled in my mind. None of the plot points actually had any impact. None of the lines that the characters said were memorable at all. There is these weird acid trip visuals that didn't make any sense and were just kind of put in there just because they had Douglas Trumbull, who, you know, worked on 2001: A Space Odyssey and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, made great effects there, and they said, you know what, we got Douglas Trumbull, let's just give him free reign and let him create whatever he wants, and then we'll just shove it in the movie and see if it works. It doesn't. It looks cool. I'm sure that if you took all these visual effects shots and these shots of whatever hell is inside Vija, this weird tech ship thing. You take those shots and take them out of the Star Trek movie. You'll have a really nice video that Douglas Trumbull could use for like an audition. Like this is an example of my work. Just this one sort of thing. Because they look fantastic. They really did use the $46 million, which was way over budget, but they still use it to great effect. The visual effects shots look really good. They mostly hold up for today's eyes. The production design is incredible. They make the interiors of the ship look big. Like, I'm talking really big. They really did say, okay, we've got the old sets from the original series. Let's try and make this ship feel as big as it could be. And it works. And there's this great introductory shot of the Enterprise, the redesigned Enterprise, that became the staple of the entire film series for the next 5 movies. This introductory shot, which is very long and nothing really happens, but the music swelling up by Jerry Goldsmith, the camera zooming in slowly and you get to see little piece by piece and then the bigger picture happens. It's a great scene. But still, like the other visual effects shots, you take that out of there, put it into something else, and you'd enjoy it better. Because all these little positives are still buried under a movie with heavy exposition, a clunky, dumb twist ending, no apparent story whatsoever apart from, ooh, space cloud, fly ship, end of movie. I really don't know. I'm really surprised that the whole franchise didn't just die at this point because Star Trek the Motion Picture is just boring, weird. It is a slog to get through. I tried 4 times to watch this movie, finally did it, and regretted it instantly. I wish I'd never seen this movie. I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm sorry. I know that there are some defenders out there of Star Trek the Motion Picture for some reason. And I can maybe agree with you on a few things, but mainly the things I agree with you on are just visual stuff. Nothing to do with the actual, I don't know, filmmaking, storytelling, the things that movies are made to do. I don't know. And in that sense, Star Trek the Motion Picture is a movie that is just not worth your time. Star Trek the Motion Picture, have you seen it? Please tell me what you think about it. Stay tuned for my Star Trek 2 review. Remember, push that little red button. Thank you for watching.